Before we begin our ceremony, I'd ask you to please stand. I would like to acknowledge that the land on which we are gathered today is located on the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe. I call upon Helen McKiernan, please. We will now sing our national anthem. You may be seated. Thank you very much, Helen. Our distinguished guest, Captain Israel St. George, Officer Class 1, Michael Walker, and our very own Karen McCrum, MPP. Thank you.
I'd like to call Jim, our past president, for Flanders Field, please. Jim?
In Flanders fields, the poppies grow, low. Beneath the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, fell dawn, saw sunset glow, loved, and were loved. And now we lie in Flanders field. Take up our quarrel with the foe. From you, from failing hands, we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith, with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders field.
Thank you, Jim. If you notice to the left, my left, we have a table for the missing soldier. Comrade Dennis Hearn is going to come up and explain each item that's on the table.
Good day. I've done this a couple of times, and sometimes I get emotional because when I do this, I think of all my friends who are no longer here, but two people in particular. So if I get emotional, I apologize right now. As Ken said, as many guests will know, there's a small table for one in the room. It's to my left. This is the toast to the this is the table for the fallen comrades, and the following explanation signifies the same. You may notice that the table is set for a small table is set for one that is off on its own. It is reserved to our fallen comrades in arms. This symbolizes that they are here with us in spirit. We should never forget the brave men and women who answered our nation's call and served the cause of freedom in a very special way. We are ever mindful that the sweetness of enduring peace has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures, there are others who have endured the agonies of pain, deprivation, and death. I'd like to explain the meaning of the items on the special table. The table is round to show our everlasting concern for our fallen comrades. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their motives when answering the call to duty. The single red rose, displayed in a vase, reminds us of the life of each of our fallen comrades and the loved ones and friends of these comrades who kept the faith. The vase is tied with a red ribbon, symbol of our continued determination to remember our fallen comrades. A slice of lemon on the bread plate is to remind us of the bitter fate of those who will never return. A pinch of salt symbolizes the tears endured by the families of those who have sacrificed all. The Holy Book represents the strength gained through faith to sustain those lost from our country. The glass is inverted and they cannot toast with us at this time. A slice of lemon on the bread plate is to remind us of the bitter faith of those who will never return, and I think I already said that. The chair is empty because they are no longer with us. So I ask you, let us remember and never forget their sacrifice. May they and their families ever be watched over and protected. Thank you.
We'd like to call upon Padre Bill for our grace, please.
As you are able, would you please stand? For those who have served, for those who rest here and in faraway places, for those who bore the heat of the day and the burden of the struggle, in all times and in all places, let us give deep and heartfelt thanks for this land, for the bounty of this land, for the freedoms of this land, for all that this land means to us. Let us give deep and heartfelt thanks for this food in a world where many are in deep and desperate hunger, for this community in a world where many communities are broken and suffer violence. For all of these things, we give deep and heartfelt thanks. In the name of our Creator. Amen.
Amen. And while they're being served, more in brief, we'd like to talk about the cenotaph.
Good afternoon, distinguished veterans, ladies and gentlemen, comrades. If I could just have your attention for a moment, I will be very brief. As you know, we have a lovely cenotaph here in Kanata on Village Green Memorial Park. In front of our cenotaph, you will see several hundred paver stones. And I'm very happy to report to you that today I accepted an application for the 100th stone to be engraved at our cenotaph. And on this day of all days, as we remember the fallen and those who have served, I would ask you, we are a military organization, and each and every one of us knows and has known someone who has given their life or served for their country. So please help our branch continue to honor our veterans by purchasing a stone to be engraved at our cenotaph. I happen to have a bunch of applications with me, so if you're interested in doing that, please see me after, lest we forget.
We have some members going around with some port for our toast at the end of the night, or the end of the day. Please don't drink it right away. We also have water. If you don't want port in your glass, please let the servers know. I'm going to put water in it, and I'll take the port. Thank you. Whilst dessert is being served, we're going to have call up Jim, past president, to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Mike Walker.
Our speaker this afternoon is Mike Walker, a retired Army officer. Mike joined the Army militia in Toronto while still a high school student. After graduation, he joined the regular force and qualified as an artillery officer. He worked his way through the regimental duties and attended a long-year course, becoming an instructor in gunnery. He qualified as a paratrooper as well, following which he served several years in airborne units.